The best times between Reacher seasons for fans have been speculating what novel the next season will adapt from Lee Child's acclaimed book series. Season 1 of Reacher is the only season to match up numerically with the novel it adapts, leaving the guessing game about where the series' narrative could be headed wide open. With only 3 of the 29 novels having been translated from page to the screen within the confines of the Prime Video hit so far, the options feel endless at this point. As all roads are swiftly approaching a new season of Reacher next year, as well as the spin-off series, neatly starring Maria Sten as the titular character, coming either late 2025 or early 2026, series star Alan Ritchson has finally let the audience in on what to expect from the relentless vigilante who always stands up for the little guy. Fans now know that Reacher Season 4 will be adapting Child's Gone Tomorrow novel, the 13th book in the highly touted book franchise. This story will see the big guy in New York City thrust into a political shadow war. While the slight genre shift is an exciting premise for the Reacher series to explore, the villains of the novel are Al-Qaeda terrorists posing as Soviet soldiers, which the series needs to find a different way to adapt to avoid insensitive stereotypes. Stereotypes only fuel misinformation and hatred towards groups of people who are already marginalized, but thankfully, Reacher has been known to steer away from certain dated aspects of the source material to fit a more modernized lens. Trapping Middle Eastern culture in a box related to terrorism erases their entire culture by putting a negative connotation on a race of people based on the actions of a few, not many. The terrorists in Gone Tomorrow, Svetlana and Leela Hoth, are some of the most brutal villains in Child's novels. The gruesome duo are integral to the story, so they need to stay involved as the novel is adapted properly. They just need to be reframed in a way that isn't detrimental to Middle Eastern people. Luckily, the casting of the villains of Reacher Season 4 confirms that the series will be taking steps to avoid real-world sensitivities. Ognesmo will portray Leela Hoth, and Svetlana in the series will be Amisha Hoth, played by Angan. Mo and Angan are Indonesian singers, already proving that Reacher Season 4 is avoiding the stereotypical Al-Qaeda terrorist plot point a lot of media suffered from in the 2000s. In the series, Amisha is Leela's mother, who is joining her in a search for her American father. In Gone Tomorrow, it's revealed that the two are not mother and daughter at all, something that Reacher picks up on due to their physical similarities not aligning with a familial standpoint. It's hard to say if the series will follow suit with its source material, which reveals that Leela is Amisha's pupil, both of whom are extremely violent and dangerous foes for anyone who ends up in their sights. The events of Gone Tomorrow kick off when Reacher sees Susan Mark on the NYC subway in the middle of the night, but as he approaches to help her, she takes her own life. Susan was a Pentagon employee, one that held many political secrets. While the Hoths try to pin all the blame on shady politician John Sansom, who Mark Blucas will play in the series, Reacher finds Leela and Amisha at the center of this massive political upheaval. Samson's hands aren't perfectly clean. His political dealings have caused a lot of tension in foreign relations, and a compromising picture stored on a flash drive was the linchpin that caused Susan to take her life, yet the Hoths were the ultimate threat that she was running away from. Reacher Season 4's government-based plot will have to be significantly different from Gone Tomorrow, given that its premise is predicated on the Soviet-Afghan War, with the Hoths being of Indonesian descent. In the current political climate, it will be easy to envision an American government official being involved in heinous international conflicts, stopping at nothing to ensure their secrets remain secret. Samson becomes a secondary antagonist to Reacher in this story for that exact reason. Seeing Richardson's iteration of Reacher navigate a geopolitical conflict like this will be such a change of pace in comparison to the rest of the series, but the way the character handles solving problems by punching first and asking questions later will certainly need to change when entering the genre of political thriller. Another intriguing addition the Hoths will bring to Reacher Season 4 is their bloodthirsty brutality. The two are known for torturing and killing their victims with knives, which they film and use to threaten new foes with. Leela and Amisha will be unlike any villains fans have seen in the series thus far, and they almost best the mountain of a man known as Jack Reacher. Of course, he comes out on top when he takes a page out of the Hoth's book when he duct tapes a knife to his back, which is a scene the series absolutely needs to keep. Seeing as Leela and Amisha Hoth are such heightened foes, hopefully, Reacher Season 4 looks to bring in some of his trusty allies to help him navigate this new threat in one of the biggest cities in the world. Season 3 of Reacher set a precedent for this, as Neagley wasn't involved in the Persuader novel, but was quite important to the narrative in the series. With Neagley coming out before Reacher Season 4, it would make the most sense to keep the momentum of that character rolling throughout the franchise. It would be great to see the other members of the 110th return as well, but only time will tell if that will come to fruition.